No,
So
the new nigga syndrome. Yes, these niggas out here want to be treated like women.
Yeah.
So what's the new nigga syndrome? This is I never heard that term.
I'm very much confused. Let's hear this.
Yeah, I want
The
to hear.
new nigga syndrome is I want to be just as happy as she is. She has to make me just as happy as I make her, and that's not reality.
It's
Yeah, we stay
healthy.
away from those.
That's actually
It's
that's
healthy?
healthy. That's
How is
healthy.
that?
It's healthy. Because when you're in a partnership, when you are in the right, so as we always talk about when we have these conversations about relationship, you guys aren't always going to be on the same page. All of marriage is not always going to be happy and we're always going to be in love. But when you are in a partnership, when you are on a team, there's going to be moments where you are going to have enough strength to pull the both of you through. You're going to have to do that. As a good teammate, a good partner is going to be able to recognize, hey, there's something going on right here, but because I've taken care of myself and I'm in the right frame of mind, I can go ahead and I can support the both of us for this time being. So it's a partnership and a healthy relationship where there's communication, where there's respect, where there is accountability. You're able to go ahead and look and say, I understand this is going on right now. Let me put this aside and let me also let me do what I need to do to make sure that we are back on one accord so that we can continue to do what we were doing.
I don't know now.
I'm speaking more to the point that men want the same treatment as a woman. They want to be valued and treated equally happy, and that's not
They
reality.
want to be taken out on
But
dates.
why is that not reality though? Like when you say that, like that promotes the archaic. Like I know what you're talking about, I think, but it still promotes this archaic view. Which if we even transcribe this to a work environment, right? That leads to burnout. In a relationship, that leads to burnout. I don't
know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. I mean, even if you're saying it points to archaic historical data, that's what we've known as success, right?
No.
If you find a couple that's been married 30, 40, 50 years, what's your grandfather like? What's your great like? Oh, he'd sit outside with his truck. He sit on the porch with his beer. He happy, right?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
But why do we think that's not good?
I'm not saying that it's not good, but okay, let's say, for example, you come home, the meals are cooked, the house is clean, bills are paid. Then if that's the situation, let's just say it's this utopia of it, why do people still then get divorced? If all of those needs are met.
I don't know that question fits though, because if all your needs are met, then I don't know if you're getting divorced. I think that's not happening. So I think that's why people are getting divorced. Yeah. So I don't know if that question fits that statement right there, but
bills being paid and eating are just survival things. That's not
basics.
those are the basics. That's not the equivalency of happiness.
But is it
that hunter-gatherer mentality? That's all.
But
that's
is it eating? But is it eating, surviving? It's not just you though, right? So it's other people. So I think basically you should be able to provide for yourself. But now we're saying provide for her and those badass kids, right? And everything else. So I think that is not just basic survival.
So are you guys equating women to like children?
How so?
Because it in a sense, so if she's, I don't want to take out of context what it sounds like you're saying.
Just say it.
But if she's not also an adult, in a sense, like she's helpless, you need to give more of yourself to her than what she's able to even contribute in the slightest, then that would be like you also leaning on your children for certain things. So you take on more of the burden the same way that you do for your children.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, women should be soft. I mean, just because I could change a tire doesn't mean that I should. I'm not doing it.
I mean, I don't think it's strange to think that women require more than men do.
Yeah.
To be in a happy relationship.
So,
but wait, I do want to get Pierre's question answered.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I shouldn't. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's not that if I need to, then I'm going to, right? Like I know how to do certain things, but there's just certain things.
Wait a goddamn minute! You just said I'm not doing that. Which one is it?
No, so if I'm stranded on the side of the road and I have the skill to do it, I'm just not going to stay there and be stranded, right? But if two people are outside, or if I go to the gas station for an example with a man, I'm not going to hop out the car and pump gas.
Okay, so you are kind of, to Q's point, you guys have like this. You're not as capable.
It's not that I'm not capable. I'm
as
very
capable.
capable. I'm not doing it.
Willing.
I'm not.
Willing?
And it's not even that. It's not even about willingness. It's about just being cared for, right? So women, I think, to Shaun's point, is women just need to be cared for a little bit more. Not because they can't do it, because we know that women can do tons of things, not the same things as men, but they can do a lot of things on their own, right? We don't need you to do it, but it's nice for you to do it.
So is Q's point valid?
Yeah, I think that kind of goes
on the level of children, yes, because even if you're thinking about street code, right? If you're thinking about gangs, they'll say, okay, we'll take out everybody, but leave you, but no kids and no women. That's always been the rule.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Alex.
No, I was just gonna say, like, not that I agree or disagree, but I'm just saying, like, going into Q's point,
you on the fence?
I'm on the fence because I get what Q's saying, and going into Slim's example, that kind of makes it seem like we are children, like we are helpless. I understand I can do it, but I choose not to do it. However, with Q's point and then saying, like, meeting the basic needs, it's almost like we're putting ourselves back into the place of being children. Like, I'm the child.
Is it being children or being a woman?
Or being a woman, or being soft, or being cared for.
Or being feminine?
It's being weak.
Where I was trying to go with what Shaun was saying is, where I was trying to go with what Shaun was saying was, so you're basically saying that you would sacrifice your own happiness because she's not capable of making sure that you're also happy.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm saying that my happiness doesn't require as much effort than a woman's happiness, than my wife's happiness. My happiness does not require as much. And only examples that I've known, that I've seen, that we all have as young professionals or young Black people in this demographic, is the older folks in our community. That's the only example we have of successful marriages. So everything that we learned today of, happy, said in the comments, that happy spouse, happy house. I don't know that to be true. I don't know the end result of that, because that's a new commodity that we're working on today. I know the examples in the past of what success looks like in a marriage. And that looks like dad happy, he got a truck. You know what I mean? That's what that looks like. Now, if we're arguing if he was really happy or if he was somewhat depressed because he only got a truck once every 25 years, we don't know that. But I know that they lasted.